Hello. I just thought I'd do a thought on Nikola Tesla. I don't know how many have read any of the posts I put up, but it's boiling outside today. I should do this on the balcony, it's more interesting to see the view. It's too hot. Yeah, Nikola Tesla, sorry. Hidden from the history books completely. But he is in fact probably the greatest genius that's ever walked the face of the earth, to our knowledge. A guy who didn't invent anything, he discovered things. That's what inventors really do, they just discover. So anyway, he discovered everything from laser beams, microwave, radio waves, radio control signals, everything you can possibly think of about electricity and energy, he discovered it. And he worked his whole life. I think it was about 1902 or something. He worked for free. He just got sponsored by people. And he gave his work to them for free. And he discovered, I think it was Heisenberg or something, how to draw energy from the electrons, from the atoms in the universe. Everything's energy, so he's drawing direct from it. And he could give it to the whole planet for free. So he proposed this, and he showed his work to Edison, who saw its potential, and thought, well, we'll give it everyone free, we'll never make any money. So he destroyed all his work. The government stole all his previous work. The guy who was backing him apparently died on the Titanic, so he'd run out of sponsor completely. And so they stole all his work. And this guy gives us everything that we use today. And he knew there'd be mobile phones. This is back in 1902. Anyway, he died in his 90s in 1943. Completely broke, penniless, just with pigeons for friends. The reason I'm saying this is because if nearly 100 years ago, we'd listened, if the people in charge had listened to Nikola Tesla and what he was all about, and what his knowledge could do for humanity, things would be different now. Because if we'd listened to what he said and used his discovery of how to get energy for free, distribute it to the whole planet, 100 years ago we would have had energy for the whole planet, and there would have been no poverty, no more raping the oil for fuel and then charging the rest of the human race to use it. Probably no poverty. Probably hardly any wars would happen because they're all about oil control. We would never have needed it. His discovery on the magnetic motor would have had us flying around in flying cars when I was a kid. And way beyond travelling the galaxies now with his knowledge of energy and how to use it with the universe. And it's just, if you think about what could have been as opposed to what it is now, it's just unbelievable. And it's all because the people in charge only cared about how much money they could make, and that's why they used Edison's, I think, not alternating current, the other one, as the standard for electricity, so they could charge for it, and not Tesla's, which was free. And that's why we're in such a mess now, because agreed by the people in control. Now, the same people in control now, the exact same people. And the fact that they've had this technology for nearly 100 years, and they've been using it in their wars and their machinery, which is like 50 years ahead of what they show us, and they've just turned everyone into basically tax slaves who had to pay for everything when it could have all been free. And the planet would have been so different now, which is a shame, but we allowed those in control to control us. So our obedience was our own fault as a human species. We could have been living very different by now, but we're not. But what I'm saying is, we could have a better future for our kids. And also in the very near future, with the technology that's available. 5 years, no, less than that, you could change this planet. But only if we learn by our lessons, which we never seem to do, which is those that are in control aren't doing anything to try and benefit the human race and make life better for everyone. They just want to keep controlling everything. At the end of the day, they can make money out of it. And their control will be complete. Not far away now, you just not seeing how controlled everything is. So yeah, Nikola Tesla, if you want to know the greatest genius who's ever lived, to our knowledge, look at the movie about him and just do some research on what he's done and what could have, and think what could have been. And the same thing's happening now. We're at one of those massively decisive choices in our evolution, which will sort of go, and if you just keep going down this path, it's going to be the same again. Let's take back control, our power, our individual power. Anyway, yeah, Nikola Tesla, do some research. Bye.